Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on.
Are we on?
Are we on now?
Yeah, we're on. Yeah,
Are we on?
we're
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
All
we're on.
right.
Hey,
Well,
hey, we're on. Welcome to the Freaking After Dark show, and
yeah.
this is episode number 11. Number
Ooh,
11. What? It's
11.
it,
11.
we ain't getting.
Yeah, no, number 11. It don't get no better than this, motherfuckers.
Does
I
it?
gotta tell you, it don't get no better than this. We are just fucking rocking
Got
and
my
rocking.
bowls. Get your bowls out and start relax and fucking. We're gonna chill tonight. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
Gonna get
oh,
and we're gonna talk about all kind of goofy shit like we are.
okay.
Okay, okay, man.
Let's talk
Far out.
about
Uh,
fireworks up next week. Oh no, what happened?
hey, I'm up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
don't know how. I don't know how I did that, but I did do it. And it's gonna like the people listening to us right now are being like, "What the hell are they doing?" You know.
Yeah, they don't even know what we're doing. They have no
No.
clue what we're doing.
But actually, your brother never looked so good down there. And hey, why not? We'll do it like this for a few minutes because I can always go back to this view here, but I don't know if I like that view. Then we got
Yeah.
here's all different kind of view. So what's going on with it? I heard you had some excitement coming home from work.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man. Okay, all right. Everybody needs to be sitting down for this one because I gotta tell you, man, this was scary. I'm
All right,
driving down. I'm going. I guess I am going.
south.
Um, I'm going. No, I'm going eastbound or northbound on Highway 70,
Hmm.
and there is a express lanes that go through the middle of I-70 there,
Right.
and it takes you downtown. And then goes through the fucking viaduct and then out. But anyways, I'm driving down the road and I'm doing about 70 miles an hour, my typical speed there. And I look in my rearview mirror and here comes this car, man, and he is hauling ass. He's got to be doing 90, maybe 100. And he blows by me on the left and then he pulls over to the right. Then
Mhm.
this other car, which I didn't see, he could blasting by me. I go, whoa, motherfucker, right? And he
Right.
catches up with the guy. Next thing I know, man, it's the wild, wild fucking West.
Wow.
Them motherfuckers start shooting at each other. I mean,
Really?
it was like Tombstone. Just bang, 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 paint flying, fucking sparks flying off the car and shit. And I'm going, motherfucking. Then they start to slow down, Guido. Well,
Wow.
my first instinct is to grab my 9mm. So I grab up underneath my seat here and I pull it up and I put it over on my seat. And
Mhm.
we're driving along. And then they start to slow down. He goes, "Oh no, don't slow down, man. Just don't slow down, man. Please
Right.
don't slow down." And finally, they picked up speed. One got off the highway, and the other one stayed on the highway and kept on going down I-55, and then got off that first exit there into downtown. But I gotta tell you, man, that was fucking scary.
I
That
Some
was
people
bet.
don't have no value for life.
They
That's
don't
what the
give a fly. It's in their DNA, man. These
Well, yeah.
guys fucking.
Well, you know what it is. It's too. It's not. Again, it's like the atmosphere you live in too. You're a product of your environment, no matter who you are.
No
You
matter what
know.
you think, no
Right.
matter what you think, you're a product of your own environment. But that doesn't mean that you have to go around killing one another, man. I
Uh,
mean, I'm sure one of them got hit. I
it
mean,
could
because
be.
that one guy literally stuck his gun out the window, the passenger of the one
Right.
car, stuck his car out the way and popped one into the back seat of that fucking
Wouldn't
car.
Wouldn't it be funny if you were like you just accidentally wandered onto a closed
and
movie
what if the
set?
bullet got through the car and went to the traffic on the other side, man.
Or he
I
hit
mean,
somebody on the, could have hit somebody on the other side.
they don't
You
they
know,
don't have no regard for life
they
as
don't
we.
give up. It's just like when they fucking. Where'd you go, Guido?
I don't know. Am I still there?
No, I'm
No,
not seeing you.
there you
Oh
are.
There
shit.
you are. There
All
you
right.
are.
I
Well,
just
let's
wanted to
take
switch spots.
the tides of oceanographics away. Because that's distracting me a bit. If you know,
The
Put
what?
some put some fireworks behind us.
I can't. There's fireworks going off. It's bothering me. You know,
But anyways, it was quite scary, and it was like nothing I ever saw before. I've never seen that live. I've heard about it.
Shit that they
I've heard,
start shooting back at you for looking. You
I've
could
heard
have,
about it. Yeah.
you could have been shot for looking. You should have been walking and following them. You should have stopped.
you should
Right.
have.
I
I
think
mean,
you should stop.
I slowed way down. I was pulling back away from them as they were doing this shit. But
So how
had they stopped,
far
had they,
backward did you end up getting?
when they started shooting, I guess I was about 300 feet behind them.
How many car lengths?
300 feet.
About 5, maybe 6.
300 feet's a whole football field. Were you a football field behind them shooting
No,
each
I
other?
guess it was about 50 yards then. It was about 50 yards. It was about 50 yards. When they started shooting, by the time they stopped shooting, I was like 10 yards behind them. I could
Oh.
read their fucking tag.
I see.
Yeah. By the time they stopped. There you go. That's right where we belong. Right where we belong.
Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
got your drinks all ready? Let me get by.
Ready to go here. Ready to go.
What'd you
Yeah,
do
I got
this
my drink.
weekend, my friend? You know,
Yeah.
this is kind
Are
of
you gonna be our guests when our guests come in? You're gonna be able to do this with them as well.
absolutely. Yeah, I just fucking
I like it.
accidentally stumbled,
This is a lot of fun here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking this.
stumbled into the jackpot. Let's try this next one. Let's see what we got here.
You-
Oh yeah.
Look at
Oh,
look
yeah.
Junior over there.
Yeah.
That's
Why do you guys look so tiny? I look like a big guy and shit.
I
You
think
look
that's because you're the main guy. I think that's
well,
because you're the main.
that's true, but you know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, fuck you. Yeah.
All right,
So
let's
anyway, anything interesting going on in your life, Guido, that you want to talk about?
I no, really, my life's been fucking boring lately. Not boring, but you know, just mediocre, going on with the same old, same old. You know,
LA is gonna come alive on the 4th of July again. This place is gonna be bonkers, dude. Bonkers. They fucking go off with the fucking fireworks. I mean, it's continuous. You go down the freeway and it's like a war zone. Bow, 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 bow. It doesn't matter where you're at. Because I live in the heart of the Chinese and the Mexicans, and they all love these motherfucking fireworks, man, on 4th of July. You know,
Right.
it's so fucking you're inhaling the smoke from all this
sulfur.
Sulfur.
and iron and whatever else is in that fucking smoke, you know, and
Right.
it kind of hurts my lungs a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
It does. Look at this.
We got going-
Yeah,
Fist bump.
fist bumping. But now I'm all off track. We had all this shit we wanted to talk about. Then I found this special effects and I lost my mind. So what we were talking before break, the fireworks was the one thing. They're annoying. They get so like, I don't care if it's on the 4th of July, the 3rd of July, you know.
Yeah. I
But-
just know I'm not spending any money on the shit.
No,
I'll
Yeah,
let my
everywhere.
neighbors fucking spend their money.
down
Yeah.
the street they have a big show, and it like always the wind blows my way after, you know, after they
Yeah.
shoot them all off, you know. They got ground fireworks, you know, fucking
Right.
air shit, you know. They got it all, man. I mean, they got
Yeah.
the big ones, you know.
So does my
Okay.
neighbor. My neighbor's got all the fucking big ones. They light up the sky here. They really do light up the sky.
Jeez, they gotta cost $40 a piece. Who can afford to buy 20 of those?
Well, I don't understand why people like don't have money, but have disposable income to buy things that go boom.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
like,
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it at all, man. Like I said, I'd rather sit back and watch them fucking blow shit up and kill their kids rather than do mine.
right,
These rockets they're $40, 50, $60, you know.
right.
Shit, they get up there and they're 100 yards, you know, the lights and shit and the colors and the sparkles.
Yeah,
They're-
boom. It's over. Get the fuck out. You know,
Right.
it's like
Exactly.
And they're
crazy.
totally completely illegal here.
They're illegal?
Illegal.
Yeah, California,
Oh.
they're illegal.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the snow background there.
Yeah, that was
It's
a
like
cool
we're
one.
in Lake Tahoe or something,
Yeah,
something
I'm
fancy.
just checking out the different ones to see. Oh, we're in school. Look at this.
No, don't get us out of there.
Yeah, we're
Get
in
us out
school.
of there. Fuck out of there, man.
Uh,
Get us the fuck out of
we're the
there.
panelists for today's discussion at you know,
That's okay.
hey man, look at the
Don't
movie.
try to tell me. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, motherfucker.
Oh, this is cool. Like when the guests come in, we're all sitting like this and be like, hey, bro, we don't know where anybody's going to be sitting either. And then they'll get used to that. And then all of a sudden I'll hit them with a different jammy, and they'll be like, what the fuck? I thought we were at school. Like, oh, why are we plants now? We're fucking plants and shit. Or so,
Oh, nice.
it's, yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. What marijuana, a camera, and special effects will do for anybody's
Special
first
effects
night.
are always fun.
It is. It's like
It is. It's always fun. So
Now,
we
move your head at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Oh my God. This looks like we're at the children's table.
yeah. It looks like we're at the kids' table.
Mom and dad are somewhere else and we're sitting here by ourselves. But so what's going on else? And oh, the big booms are going right now. All right, here's another thing. 4th of July, this America. Do you think that this whole pandemic thing is going to be done with on the 4th of July?
Well, it's our Independence Day. Why wouldn't it be? They're going to make it like that. It's like when the Patriots won the Super Bowl on 9/11.
Right.
Like I said, and I said it 100 times.
They gave it to the fucking Patriots.
Right.
Get the vaccine. That's your fucking problem. Let's open it up. Let's stop the bullshit. If you didn't get it, that's your fucking priority. If you don't want it, that's fine with us, but we're taking off the masks.
My mask is done. I haven't worn my mask in forever. I wore it in the doctor's office. I'll do that. I'll respect it.
My mask's done. I didn't wear mine in the doctor's office last time I went. I said, fuck it.
I went for my thing and I didn't have one. And I walked in. She goes, you don't have a mask? I said, no, I blew out the window of my car. And she goes, oh, really? And I said, yeah, I need a mask. I said, I'm vaccinated. She goes, yeah, so am I, but you need to wear a mask. I said, okay, fine.
Well,
so I wore a mask.
Why?
And then when I was in the doctor's office, when I was in the doctor with the doctor, he goes, you can take that off. We're okay. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
So doctor's cool. My doctor, my cardiologist.
You're vaccinated, right? You're supposed
to.
The
problem is, if you're vaccinated, you're fucking safe, and you can't get it, and you can't give it. And
KGF rocks. What is it? The environment. We're the Environment Council.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. We're the Supreme Court.
Yeah. And on this day, anyways, but I like this. I don't know. What do you think? I kind of like this better.
COVID virus finished.
But all right, now we're back because
Can we all vote on this? Can we all vote on this?
On what?
On what?
On the COVID virus being over, finished.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm done with it. I'm not going to do no more.
Yeah, I'm definitely done with it. There's nothing.
3 guys. Any nays? None. All right then, shut your fucking pie hole.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your fucking pie hole. Quit fucking bitching.
Right where Mama did the cookies.
Right?
That's right.
I love it.
Shut that pie hole up and quit covering it up with a pair of fucking panties. I want to see the girls' mouths.
You want to see what?
Radical.
The girls' mouths.
Girls.
Right?
Are you being a pervert again?
When I go to the shopping center, when I want to go to the store, I want to see the girl's mouth. And when I go to Costco, I want to see the girl's mouth. And if I go anywhere, I want to see the girl's mouth in the car next to me. I don't want to see her diaper face. Is that okay?
All right, folks. Well, I understand. You want to see their mouth. Some reasons other than others. But right now, we're going to bring in our guest for tonight, and our guest is Vance Towns of Helltown Saints, and he's a rocker. And please welcome him to the show. Without any further ado, here he comes.
Sometimes
Well,
he's
hold
coming.
on just a second for me. I'm blowing it
He's
again.
coming. I
He's
fucking
coming.
I feel it coming. I feel him. He's on his way. Here he
You,
is,
you
Vance
feel
Towns.
welcome
you
to
feel
the show, my friend. Where is he? I don't see him.
He's coming.
Magic.
He's coming. He's coming. He's
Magic.
coming. It's like
Oh, I hear voices. There's sound.
there he is. Hey Vance, how you doing, man?
drum roll.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
there
there
he
he
is.
is. All right.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah. How
Oh,
you doing, Vance?
I'm doing all right. I'm trying to figure this thing out. What the hell?
You got us. You're okay. Leave your camera on.
I'm trying to get my
Oh.
thing. All right, hold on here.
oh yeah, you need some light.
There we go.
That's much better.
How y'all doing?
All
Doing
right.
okay, Vance. How you doing, man?
I'm sitting in a chair.
Yeah, you're sitting in a chair with us at the table, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We are. We welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much. It's an honor. I hope I'm going to be a little bit more exciting this time around than I was. I did one of the conjugal visits about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that was when I was trying to put together a Shinedown tribute that fell through bad miserably, but turned into the Velvet Revolver thing.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember that.
yeah, I remember that.
We had one good show and one lousy show, and I played with Austin Johnson, Craig Moreland, Brandon Patton, me, and some jackass on drums.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that usually is the one. Stirred the shit up and caused a good thing but that's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. And got a new cover band. I was with Mike Matthews Project for 8 years.
Well,
In the last 2 years, it was grueling. It was 4 or 5 nights a week, sometimes 2 shows in one day in 100-degree weather outside. And then after about 2.5 years of that, you're like, okay, I need a break. So, been the kind
Right.
of thing for the last 3 years, and then story with the new cover band I'm with, which is about ready to get to merge. We're called Bad Tattoo at the moment.
Bad Tattoo.
Yeah, we got a whole lot. Yeah, it's influenced by that damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go back to the Hollywood Squares type of thing?
okay, we could do that one.
Let's go back to the Hollywood Squares.
I forgot which one was that. You remember? Was it the
No.
stairway? No, that wasn't that one. That's
No, that's more like laughing.
That's more like we're having fucking dinner or something.
Laughing. I like that.
I don't remember we had a
Very
Hollywood.
interesting, but stupid.
Oh, we're at a wedding or something. That's why. Lunch.
You remind me of the guy on the fucking on the commercial.
All right.
What's that?
I feel like the Hobbit here.
You are the Hobbit.
Hey, Vance, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Check your connection on your mic.
Well,
Make sure you're plugged in tight.
Here we go. Can you hear me all right now?
Perfect.
Yeah, that
Better.
was.
Much better.
Yeah, let me just rearrange in here, I guess.
Okay.
I spent all day to make sure I had everything right in order.
That's how it happens, man.
Well, that's something you probably couldn't have heard. So,
Right.
Hey, if you're into live entertainment, shit happens.
I think I'll smoke a bowl on that.
No, shit happens, dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. What's this golden flame here above my head?
I don't know. I have no clue. I keep noticing that too, and I don't know what it is.
It's by me, so it means something special. I'm Golden Knight.
It's just like, I don't know. It's like I think it's the Gay Pride Award. I can't remember though.
No, it's not
Yeah,
the gate. Right?
I don't remember. You know, it kind of looks like it. You know,
Looks
Yeah,
like
the
a
gate.
reaper
but
with
I kind of like doing the show like this. This seems more like, what
on
we
fire.
are. This is what we are. We're like retards and shit. Oh, I didn't
Vance,
say.
Vance, are you still with us?
No, he's gone. He
Is he
said,
really?
yeah, he's gone. He said, fuck this shit and left. No, he said he's trying to fix it. Yeah, I think he's trying to fix it.
Are we
Oh,
on?
oh, he's coming. He's coming.
There
There he
we go.
is. He's behind.
Alright.
He's right behind knee scab. There he is. Yeah.
You take it up the host, that big fat head.
Well, we got you back, man. You're cool, man. It's all good. It happens. Shit happens,
Oh, yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
does. It does. It's funny how, and no matter what picture I put on, one of us looks stupid. I mean, it's like, it's
Well-
mostly shadow boxer, but
Shadow boxer.
yeah. All right, this is the last one. We're gonna talk now. Here we go. This is cool.
Okay. Oh,
We're
this
gonna
is good. This
yeah.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for that gold thing is still there.
That goat thing's still there. Your Gay Pride Award. See it there? That's what that is, man.
So Vance, tell me something, brother. Tell me
Yes, sir.
something, bro. Tell me how you're doing some solo stuff, but you're also doing. Are you guys finishing up on a Helltown Saints album?
Yes, we finished the first one, which you can find on Bandcamp. It's been a couple years, and so me and John, are presently working right here in this room right here with the vocals and arrangements a little bit. So we got about 4 of those almost kind of done. Music's all done. Then we send it off to Chad Minders, a session drummer, did all our drum tracks in the first one. But
Right.
so yeah, new album, and it's gonna be a lot different than the first one. I always kind of made a joke. My friend John Heller, who's the guitar player, main songwriter in this, he dumbed down for me on the first album. He's one of those really prog guys, like he's into the Rush. I actually got to meet Geddy Lee because of him when he came and did the book signing, which was really cool. But it was kind of like sign my book. Hi, how are you? Now get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
hey,
right.
listen, he is a rock star,
Yeah,
But,
and they do like 20 or 30 of them in a row.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, but they could give you a few seconds.
Yeah.
I-
Geddy Lee gave me one of those.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Who's
That's
your
cool.
drummer use, bro? I mean, I heard a couple of your tunes. Who's your drummer?
Chad Minders. He played in Contagious for a while. He played in local cover bands that are the elites of the cover band list here in St. Louis. He played in Contagious. He's a session drummer as well for lots of original artists around the world.
right.
He's an awesome drummer, awesome guy. He sat in with us a few times with Mike Matthews Project and played with Plastic Kings. Sure, Todd, you've heard. I don't know. Is everybody here from St. Louis or just Todd and me?
No,
Yeah.
just me, just
Okay.
Free Ride and you, and then we got Guido's in Buffalo, New York,
Yeah.
and then Knee Scab, or rather Showcase or Showdown, whatever the hell his name is. He's out in California, Los Angeles.
Awesome, cool.
Los Angeles. He's our marijuana consultant.
Yes,
There
he
we
is.
go.
Anything marijuana, he
Yeah.
is the connoisseur of all things marijuana.
Or just a
No getting
sewer.
around that.
I don't know. Marijuana today, man, is just not like it used to be. Tastes
No.
different, smells different. It's like,
The
some of it's like,
effects
what
are,
the hell is this?
they have different effects for different things,
Yeah,
They have different effects, each
Yeah.
different type of marijuana is different.
Well, you could choose what effect you want now. Before you just got something and were like, oh wow, like
Yeah, back then everybody had the same weed because it was all coming from it was all coming from the same place. You know,
Like-
you could go to
Right.
one guy's house and he had some Colombian. Well, the guy down the street that you don't go to all the time, but you go to in an emergency, he's got the fucking shit too. He's got the same weed. It's the same exact weed. Today, you could go to two
And then
different,
on
three
some
different guys.
sometimes it gets dry and you got to get some of that pressed fucking commercial shit with seeds in it, you know?
No,
would
no,
think
not
somebody-
anymore. I haven't seen that in a
Sauce
long
and butter.
time. Right? I haven't
Okay.
seen that in a long, long time.
What, that
You
shitty
never-
shit?
Yeah.
You never know. You'll never see them days again.
No,
Well, you
those
should.
days are pretty much over. You either get the good shit or you getting severely ripped off.
Sometimes there's some good pressed weed, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we got some good pressed weed sometimes.
Of which-
I like this whole school one. Yeah, I like this one. This one's my
This is
favorite.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. We're at school. This is how it would be if the four of us were in class together. We'd be just fucking stupid and shit. You know.
Okay.
Back there, you smoking a joint?
Yeah, yeah, I was.
No, it's
Yeah.
it looks like a cigarette, you know,
Yeah.
I can get away with it. You know.
It's a one hitter. It's a
I'm
one hitter.
a one-hitter guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Vance, tell these guys, St. Louis, the wild, wild west out there on the highways.
Oh my
It-
God.
Yeah,
Part of my living is driving daily. And I do a lot of Uber, I do a lot of Amazon, I do a lot of Lyft. And I tell you, I see all kinds of crap all day long.
Yeah,
By the
I saw-
Delmar Loop, it was a couple of years ago, and I had my wife with me at the time. And I saw two guys coming around. Both of them were pointing guns at each other.
Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah,
I mean, I was a part of, there was a rolling shootout right there on the freeway. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it was-
nuts in this town. You got to be a
Yeah.
bad motherfucker to live here.
And
I'm
just
going to tell
because the light turns green doesn't mean go ahead and go while you're sitting there and stop. You got to do one of
Right.
these to make
you,
sure
you
nobody's
got to do a double take. You know, especially up in North St. Louis and North County, it's really bad. It gets really bad. So tell me something.
That bird's still next to you, man. No matter what picture I
I know.
use, that
It's endearing. It's
The-
endearing. It's okay.
the
I am golden.
firebird.
I am golden. I
Yeah.
am golden. Yeah, I am the golden
Or-
god.
They look
Or-
like class.
Yeah, that too. So your cover band. Give us an
Cover band.
idea of what kind of stuff you're gonna play.
But this is like when I met my wife. You just knew that it was that perfect fit. You know, these guys ready to be doing a Mike Matthews show several years ago, and one of the guitar players, Timmy Jones, he was asking me if I would be interested, and I was like, man, I'm sitting. And it was weird how we wound up getting together. Because about 2 years later, you know, I took a complete hiatus and just hit out, did that first album with Helltown Saints, and actually it's just two of us and a hired drummer. We haven't even played out as a band yet. We're still trying to put that together, but we're still recording. But I lose a little track of thought here, so if I wander off, just kind of smack me.
No,
Okay.
that's all right.
All right.
No.
That's all right. No,
But,
you're good.
we're called Bad Tattoo at the moment, and we got together. We've been through this whole COVID thing. We've been just rehearsing our butts off. We had a little bit of a setback. One of our guitar players had a little health issue, so we're getting that back in order, and we're almost there. And so that's been a lot of fun. I couldn't believe it, you know, when I went there, and we had a couple rehearsals together, and then they finally made me aware that they were the guys I talked to at Charlotte. And they came up to me and asked me if I wanted to join. I'm like, wow, that was pretty cool. But when I walked into the place, our rehearsal spot is like walking into a really nice, fancy bar. And I was like, okay, man.
I'm in.
But I'm doing things with these guys that I never thought I'd be doing and having a lot of fun. And we're having a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to be out there pretty soon. We're going to be doing, we're going to go to that opening jam over there at Diamond Music Hall. I don't know if you've been to Diamond Music Hall here.
Yeah, I've been there.
They are raising the bar, pardon the pun, for clubs out there and bars.
Right.
It's,
It reminds me, actually, that club reminds me of the old Pops.
yeah, probably.
It does. It reminds me of the old Pops. Yeah. The original, the Tin Hut over there in the East St. Louis. The original, you know where it's at there in East Cab. You know which one we're talking about. Pops. Remember one night you and I got thrown out of there?
Oh, they had balconies and shit around.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
By
So
the band and shit. That was great. That was really
I
good.
can't see you getting thrown out of place. Really?
oh yeah, we got thrown out big time. Both of us did. Yeah, they
Yeah.
told us get the fuck on. You
Uh,
know,
they're like, get that skin tight pant
this
wearer
guy,
out of here.
this guy asked me. He says,
Got
"You want to wait?
thrown-
Did
got
you want to
thrown
wait
down
for you?"
the floor. The bouncers got us.
Yeah. So yeah, the bouncers got a hold of us good and proper. Yeah,
Dude,
that's for
I
sure.
kicked out
Hey,
of a strip bar there too once.
have
So,
you ever got thrown out of a club while you were playing?
Yep. No,
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 no.
have you ever had shit thrown at you on the stage?
I haven't made it that far. I'm not that popular
Yeah,
yet.
I remember
What?
D. Snyder saying,
climbing the ladder of success, is it what do you do for a living other than, since, how do you pay your bills?
he's
As
a
I drive, I do a lot of driving for Uber and Lyft, and I
Ah.
do Amazon.
Ah.
I do a lot of delivery stuff. I sometimes work for my one guitar player, Timmy Jones, and do some deliveries for him.
That's
I
So
know.
that's pretty much what I do, and I help my wife raise my grandson, and as we get him 3 days out of the week now, it's already a year and a half. That was the fastest year of my life. I was like,
yeah,
Wow,
we
that
had
was
5 days of the week, but yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
right.
It was a year and a half, and he just got back from Florida with mom and dad, and my dad finally proposed to my daughter, so she's engaged now.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's what I do, and I kind of make my own schedule and do my own thing, and I love it. Been doing it for quite a while now.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, as long as you can be happy and do your dream, it doesn't matter what we do, you know.
Right? Yeah. I mean, some people can kind of go, "Oh, so
Uh,
you're a taxi driver." Well, I guess I can, but I risk my life every day.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
you do.
it's a
Yeah, you
dangerous
do.
job.
But
I
I
drove a
always
cab.
said this, even if you got me, you might get me, you might not, but I'm gonna make it worth your effort.
Right.
I
I don't
drove a
go
cab
anywhere
once.
without my 9.
Uh,
I, I drove a cab. It lasted about 3 weeks, and I said, "Fuck that." So no, that's a tough
I don't
job,
do the
man.
bar hours,
yeah.
That's a tough-
but I mean, I
But
can
back
make.
then, I didn't have a Google where I could Google an address and have it tell me where to fucking go and how to get
Right.
there, the quickest route.
They
You
got
know,
a
I
lot
never
of
had
safety
that.
measures too, and a lot of things, like I'll get up real early and I'll put in 5 hours and make 150 to almost 200
Sure.
bucks.
It's a
I'm
good
done.
business.
I can work on my music. I can help around the house. And,
Right.
Right.
Bet the wife loves that. The wife loves that, doesn't she?
And if you wanted to,
So here my
Christmas
wife
time,
joined.
you get
And
extra money.
Bring her in. Bring her in.
Sitting over here on the sideline.
Mrs. Towns. She's over there. She's been hiding.
Yeah.
Miss
I like
Mrs. Towns.
I like what you said about the faster you play ain't the best you can play. I mean, you know what I'm saying. You said it better. You don't have to be quick to be good.
Right.
The quicker you are,
Uh,
it gets blurred, man.
now we got a girl in the class. I like that better.
Yeah. We got to be careful now.
Yeah. No, I like to change the scene sometimes, only because I just figured out how to do it. Like literally 5 minutes before we went on the air, I figured
We
out how to
finally
do
made
it.
it to the beach. There you go.
Yeah.
Sit there
So
by the pool.
yeah. But the funny part is I tried to figure out how to do this for a couple weeks, couple months, and I should have just asked my 14-year-old daughter. I would have been known already. But I just figured it out right when we came on. I was like, how the hell? And then so I'm just messing around with it. So it's kind of stupid, but it's kind of cool. We'll see the playback. If it makes any impact, we'll use it.
So, but some of the stuff that we're doing, remember you were asking, so we're doing a lot of stones. We're doing, we just finally, we're just yesterday we were rehearsing, and we're doing our first country / kind of, how they're kind of incorporating this kind of hip hop feel to it.
Right.
Stuff now by Brantley Gilbert. It's a song called Bottoms Up, and it's really a cool tune. I was surprised.
Yeah,
we do a lot of Stones. We do NXS. We do David Bowie.
right.
Top. You know, that's a band right there. I respect ZZ Top, but for some reason I just never got into them. But until I started playing them, and now I'm just like, oh wow, this is fun.
Well, no, ZZ Top is damn. If you listen to like start off at their first album to even their 80s stuff, they really progressed better than any other band ever because
Mhm.
they always stayed in style and also sounded pretty badass doing it. I mean, that's an accomplishment that people just forget about.
Yeah.
They write off all that 80s stuff because it was pop, but no, that was you remember Legs. I
Yeah.
mean, you remember Sharp Dressed Man. Those
Yeah.
things just stick in your head, and those guys could play like you could never believe. And their stuff wasn't that easy. You know,
No, it
it's
wasn't. You know, I
yeah,
found this band is the cover band Bad Tattoo that I was. You know, we did some of the. You're thinking it's easy. Like one, for example, we were going to do My Sharona.
oh yeah,
No problem. Not
mhm.
until you got up and tried to sing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Next thing
I
I was
Sharona,
like, I can't breathe that
right?
way.
yeah. There's a lot of words, a lot of short time there. You
But
know,
some of the easiest stuff turns out to always be some of the hardest stuff because it, like a song like we do a dance version of "Miss You" by the Rolling Stones.
right.
It's about an 8-minute thing, you know, and it's kind of a repetitive beat, but it's a repetitive beat that you kind of enjoy, and it doesn't really get
Right.
monotonous.
No,
So
no,
there's
but
patterns in there you got to really pay attention to when
sure.
you're going into and that. So I've always found that some of the easiest stuff has turned out to be the hardest for
Yeah, yeah.
Dudes.
them.
We
Just
were
If,
just
if I,
talking
seems
about
like a
that.
kind of monotone or like like a Bob Dylan or even this Brantley Gilbert. You know, I mean, it's a lot tougher. I was talking to Todd earlier for about one of my biggest vocal influences. Anybody who knows me was Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots and then later Velvet Revolver.
Mhm.
And I can nail the STP stuff, but when I got into doing the Velvet Revolver with the Revolver Tribute Band, I was like, wow, he really upped his game, and it was a lot harder than I thought. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
some
I
of
don't
that
even
Velvet
think he
Revolver stuff was a lot tougher for me.
well, it is. I don't even think he, you know, stepped his game up. What I think is the dudes in STP that were keeping him back weren't around
Yeah,
anymore. You know, because that was Dean the DeLeo brothers band, basically.
right.
No,
But
so
got
once
Weiland made it a point to be the star of the show.
oh yeah, absolutely he was. And for me, I would STP came out when I was right there, you know, still listening to like hair metal and stuff, and that came out, and I was like floored with the way he sounded. You know, like it was just a different sound I never heard before. He's one of my favorite entertainers of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so tragic that all those guys from the 90s, there's still guys from the 60s that are alive. And all
right.
these 90s guys are dying like crazy, you know, or
it's because they're careless. They're
well, no,
careless.
it's all like suicide and drug overdoses,
Yeah,
all this
yeah,
stuff,
that's
you
what I'm
know.
saying.
I mean,
I
Mick
mean, it's
fucking Jagger's
ridiculous.
still alive, you know, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Keith Richards. Look at
Right.
Keith Richards. I mean,
It's
that fucker
nuts.
there, man. He's like he's invincible. He's
Yeah.
got
Right.
he's got ironclad guts. Well, listen, I'm going to bring in John Hellerden. Okay, is
Awesome,
that all right, you
awesome.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
All right,
bring
give
it.
me just a second here, and I'll bring him on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The class mode's gonna get crowded now. You know, we're gonna have it's technical difficulties again, you know.
It's cool.
I
It's
gotta find it here. I
see,
gotta
it's
find.
okay when on this aspect, but right now nobody can see us right now until the show's over and I upload it to YouTube. But they can hear the live audio version, so
Right.
they probably think we're nuts, you know, by
Yeah, I've had a
stopping.
couple of people that were asking me, "Where are you at?"
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like, it's just the audio for right now.
It is. It's so difficult to do the YouTube live and do Spreaker at the same time, our audio part of it. So unfortunately, we got to split it apart. But which is cool because I can actually edit things if I wanted it to, you know. But I haven't yet because I like to just go with what we did. You know, it's live. It's like rock and
Right,
roll. You know, just leave it what it is.
right,
We're there's enough censorship in America. I don't need to be one
right.
censoring people. You know, and
Hey,
even
hey, did you like that album? Let's see, Time Out of Mind of Bob Dylan.
oh, that was way out of
My
left field.
my wife would probably know more about that than I would.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I respect Bob Dylan, but I mean, I like to listen to him sometimes just for, what the hey.
Right.
Here comes John, it looks like.
Yeah, Johnson.
Bob Dylan had the greatest
That was
gift
that
of
was the album.
making normal words beautiful. I mean,
Right.
they just
I agree.
weird how he just brought out what was up here and made it sound beautiful. But if you put those words in a different perspective, they're boring ass words. I mean, they're just like everyday words. But he made it a story, and he made it good. I love Bob Dylan. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
uber fan, but
For-
I love.
For the fact that, he's I'm always, I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to lyrics, like, all right, it's got to tell a story. It's got to have a meaning.
Right.
Not the cliche, all the world's coming to an end. But, you talk about those things.
Dylan
Hey,
did
As
it.
long as
John.
it's telling a story,
Hello.
John, there he is. There's John Heller right there. Hey,
Oh,
John,
yeah.
how you doing, man?
All right.
You like the ambiance we got going on here? We're at the bar down in Cozumel, looking
Oh
out
yeah.
over the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have not been there in a long time.
it's been a while, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 15 years.
I know.
15 years.
It's,
John, how the hell are you, man? How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good. Thanks for joining us tonight. You're gonna help your brother out over there. Yeah, you're gonna help him out. So,
Well, he's the voice of this thing, so
right. Well, yeah, you got to have a voice, right?
Yep.
We listen
I'm
to
a
some.
much smarter singer than I am a speaker.
Right. I can dig that.
I sound like a salesman with a mouthful of shit samples when I speak. But like, is that you really? I'm like, yeah.
Is that you? No, that ain't me, man. That ain't me. They ask you, is that you? Say, well, that depends. What do you think?
Speaking of depends, I need to change mine.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I always sometimes when I go drinking, I think I should wear Depends, and because you know why? Because I always end up at the fucking taco stand on the way home.
Oh, you'd love it being out here with Rockstar Tacos, man. It's,
Yeah.
It runs it, I think, used to be in the Urge.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I live in New York here, and
I'm not positive. Yeah. And
We're
that's why it's
open
called
to-
Rockstar Tacos.
that our bars
I
are
mean,
open to.
Have you heard of them, Todd?
Yeah, Rockstar Tacos.
Yeah.
No,
They used
no,
to be actually inside Diamond Music Hall.
okay. They're out there in St. Peter's, or they're in St. Charles now,
Yeah,
aren't they?
they got yeah, they used to be out there. They're out in like down in town now, and they got another place out in St. Charles, I think, somewhere. But I haven't been to it yet. I've eaten it there when they were at Diamond, but yeah, they're called Rockstar Tacos. They're gourmet stuff. You'd love it.
Yeah.
He's actually a chef.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So listen, John, you're guitarist, right? You're the guitarist in the band Helltown Saints, right?
Yeah, I'm the guitarist, and I'm also the bass player too. So yeah,
Okay.
somehow I have to grow
He's
2
the
extra
composer.
arms to play live.
Wow, Geddy Lee with a bass in one hand and a guitar in the other.
Yeah.
So you can mix them both up. Now, do you guys have a different bass player as well? Someone else who plays bass?
Well, actually, we hope to get this into a band and live situation and play out because it just needs to be heard and it'll just be a lot of fun. So we've recruited my bass player from my cover band, Grant Becker. So as soon as that gets
Okay.
done, and hopefully,
That way, poor John doesn't have to pull double duty.
no,
See?
Yeah.
look at what Geddy Lee
Right.
does.
Yeah,
And if he
yeah.
had like 4 more arms, I bet you he could do it.
Yeah, you could probably
Very
do
talented.
it.
Vocals,
Like
both
I
of
said,
you.
he dumbed down for me in the first album. He's making me think in this one.
Well, that's what you need to do. I mean,
Right.
you have to ask the question: are you sure we're going to go this way? Are you absolutely sure we're going to go that
totally
way?
different. I'm excited. It's got more of a kind of a Rush vibe to it. It really does.
That's
That's
cool.
because John's really influenced by him too. But I am too. But you can really tell in some parts that it's like, yeah, this.
And-
And you can't go wrong with
Trouble-
that. If your influences come out of you sometimes.
If your influence is Rush, is your drummer going to be able to keep up?
Oh, Chad Miner's.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
You
that's
should
cool.
hear him on the first album. I mean, he's solid.
I
Bam.
mean, I think we're more influenced by Rush more in a harmonic and structure wise rather than a rhythmic way, because I can't comprehend half of those rhythms that Rush uses anyways.
Right.
But I can comprehend, some of the harmonic and melodic things that are going on and their structures. I think that's where we're more like Rush. We're not doing, okay, 3 measures of 7/8 times, then 1 of 7/4, then 5/4. Now 1 of 2 of 4/4. Now back to 3/4. No, we don't. I can't write like they do, but I can I understand what they're doing from a compositional point of view of having a few different things going on at once.
Right.
Because like my attitude about all of this music is that, does it sound good without any vocals? All right, now add vocals on it. I don't want anybody to, I would like to think that somebody could listen to it without any vocals and think, yeah, musically, this sounds pretty good. So then you add the vocals on top of it, then it's just going to sound even better.
Right. The vocals are an instrument.
Yeah.
Usually, a lot of bands seem to cover the instrument with the voice or the vocal.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You want to make the vocal a part of the band and make it absolutely an instrument of itself.
Yeah.
And put it into the arrangement.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. It's like, you can think of how many songs are out there. They'll hit maybe one chord for 4 measures or whatever, and it's maybe the singer can hit something that's good over it. But if you take that singer out, like, are you going to recognize what that song was?
Right.
We're trying to make sure that, or at least that's my point of view on it, is I want these songs to stand alone, just even with guitar, bass, and drums. And then you throw a melody line on top of it and maybe some harmony vocal lines on top of that. And then you've got something.
Right.
So,
who was good at that was Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You can always.
Yeah, they were off kilter, when they was on purpose too, and they were so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
That was cool. Your wife sat in on that one. That was pretty cool. I was watching that. Had me all distracted there. You had your wife in there. Careful, Vance. Careful. Steady. Hey, so as far as Helltown Saints are concerned, when is the hope for the new one? Is it probably going to be next spring, or?
I don't think we have a real deadline on this, but I mean, we're definitely making progress on it. We've got 4 songs that are in theory are together, and really just need to write lyrics for, I think, 4 more.
Okay.
So it's it's moving along. It's one of these things. I started messing around with this, once this whole quarantine and work from home started, and I just started messing around with this stuff. It was like, okay, then I restarted recording some demos, and then I listened to those demos, and I'm like, no, I'm going to redo all these demos. And then I redid all those demos, and I said, you know what, I'm going to redo these demos again. then I listened to those, and I'm like, okay,
I'm going to No, John, you know what? Being a perfectionist can kill you.
Yeah.
Being a perfectionist can kill you, and it'll kill me. Sometimes if you ever worry about overplaying it and just saying, fuck it, leave it alone. You ever had a song like that come out?
Well, there's a couple of songs on this disc that are that way, but a lot of them have been just rewritten and rewritten and rewritten. I think each version of them they've gotten stronger. So
let it. Don't feel bad, because Let It Be took 17 takes to get it right. So you don't have to worry about that. They did it like 17, 18 times. Who influenced you, man, other than Rush? Well, we know Rush is the obvious, but who influenced you when you were a kid growing up?
Well, it's funny is the earliest like hard rock influences I had were probably Triumph and Rainbow, because I was hearing them on the early days of MTV. So Rick Emmett and Richie Blackmore, but then at some point I heard the song "Last in Line" by Dio, and then I just went totally nuts on Dio, and then like Deep Purple, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Ozzy Osbourne, Dream Theater, Fates Warning. Yeah,
early heavy metal. I guess it would be the fathers of heavy metal. Right. How about you? How about you?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier, Free Ride, that you know, they had that sound like for
Yeah,
back.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. And,
I
and,
remember,
and Vance, what about you, man? Who influenced you growing up? Same bands?
Believe it or not, man, uh, I kind of hate to admit it. A lot of the '80s stuff, you know, I wanted to be the. Oh God, do I want to say this? The next
Say
Poison. One
Probably
point.
not.
I literally
the
had
next
coffee
Poison?
up in my room one time by my
That's
mom.
it. Shut him off. Shut him off. Shut him off. Shut
No,
him off.
but
Really, Poison?
David Lee Roth, of course. David Lee Roth. I mean, Brett Michaels to me was an influence just for his stage presence. You know, as a singer, and a lot of me doesn't. You don't really see a lot of that, but I feel it.
Yeah,
You know,
hey,
David Lee Roth, of course, Scott Weiland.
I have a
Red
lot.
Stallion.
I have a lot of dirty stories
Mhm.
from Every Rose Has That Thrower. So I was all about Poison and all that. You know, like my favorite stuff back then, I was Cinderella and Tesla, and like I was always into
There you
that
go.
stuff.
Striper, those guys, man. I
Oh,
got
Striper. Oh,
those
love
guys.
Striper. Yeah, and the '80s music got a lot of shit that because because of the look, I think. A lot of the times, just the way it looked was
and Kiss.
oh, fuck.
Ki-
Yes, the
yeah,
greatest
Kiss.
greatest band ever. Ace
Debated.
Frehley.
Oh, come on. That
Yeah.
is debatable. Trust me.
I was a big
Trust me.
Elvis
That
guy.
is
Though, as a
way
kid.
debatable. Stop it. Just stop it. Don't go there no more. Don't go there no more. Hell, Poison's a better band than Kiss. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Listen,
just kidding. I'm
listen.
just
Those are
kidding.
just party bands. They're just fun, good time bands. They're still
Yeah.
selling out wherever they go.
Sure.
Say they suck.
Oh yeah, they're still selling tickets. Sure,
Yeah.
But
sure. They,
Kiss, Kiss still does have some moments of this is real quality stuff or innovative ideas. If you pull out, if you look at say like the Hotter Than Hell disc, I mean that's really the birth of grunge.
Right.
Some people say that because some of their musical ideas are they're just odd and different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And my whole thing was I didn't become a Kiss fan because of their makeup or whatever. I heard Ace Frehley play the weirdest shit I've ever heard. And that's where I became a fan. It was his guitar playing. And a lot of 80s and 90s guys will always say Ace Frehley was influenced somehow in their life playing. Uh,
Yeah.
And I'm interested because you like Triumph and Rush, these two big Canadian bands. Now I'm from Buffalo, New York. I get
Mhm.
all kinds of Canadian rock stations because I'm right
Yeah, they
next.
play any Voivod or Exciter or
Yeah. Oh, all of that stuff. And I was so into Triumph that one time. I always thought I could understand why Triumph wasn't as big as Rush. They never made any sense to me because Rick Ebbett was his singing ability was amazing. I mean, he was just a great singer. Never understood, and the whole band was good, but I never understood why they weren't more famous. I don't know, maybe because he was 4 feet tall and nobody. I don't know. But Dio was 4 feet tall and everybody loved him.
yeah.
yeah.
It
Dio
doesn't make.
was 4 feet tall. He
Yeah,
was, what
yeah.
was he, like 4'3" or something?
I,
Four
I, I
four.
I think he was just over booster seat level. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
small guy, but
yeah,
what a
yeah.
voice! I mean, came
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I mean, what a voice!
I met him in 2000 on the Magica tour after his show, and it's really funny. I get about 30 seconds, to talk to Ronnie James Dio, and it comes down to, well, what do you talk about? We talked about his appearance on South Park.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
I think what else you could do? When I met Ace Frehley one time, I just fucking didn't say nothing. I was like dumbfounded.
Flabbergasted.
I was ready to pass the fuck out. I thought I was like a little girl in front of the Backstreet Boys or something. I really did because I was just because this since 1976 or 8 was the person that I just loved. And here I am meeting him 30 years later, whatever it was, and I couldn't handle it, man. It was it was too much. And the funny thing is I've met the other guys of Kiss several times and hey, whatever, whatever. Because they're like money grubbers, man. Like Gene and Paul, they just want your money.
Yeah.
That's all they want, you know. And I always think that Ace was always the part that was the rock part. He didn't give a shit about, you know, of the original Kiss. He didn't give a shit about selling the record. He just wanted to sound good or, you know, party. That was it. You know, and hey, he did both of those things. He sounded good and he fucking even got electrocuted
All
on
right.
stage.
Yeah.
Even got
Next question
electrocuted.
then. Next question then. How about you, man? Vance, who did you meet that really got you nervous? Kind of got you in a spot where you said, "Fuck, I'm standing here with who?"
Oh, wow. I remember meeting Rat, all the original members of Rat in '91.
Wow.
Robin Crosby was strung out.
Right?
Piercy was a total dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total jerk.
Yeah, I got a friend who could tell you about firing off automatic weapons with Stephen Piercy. No, that's no joke.
I believe it. I believe it. Stephen Piercy always thought he was like, I don't know. He had like Axl Rose syndrome.
I've been more at awe with some of the local artists that I used to follow, like Frankie Muriel and Jimmy Griffin from King of the Hill, El Monstero, Dr. Sevegas, you know.
The guys from Conquest Metal.
Oh, good friends of mine. I got to do a roadie with those guys not too long ago. They opened up for that band, Diamond Head, I think they were called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out to Chicago and hung out with those guys. And,
well, at KGFRocks.com, we've got something in the works. I can't talk about it yet, but I've got something. We've got something going on in the works. We may be doing a show this summer, or maybe in the fall, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I'm tickling the ivories on it, and we'll see what happens with that. But when you guys are done with this next one here, are you gonna possibly tour the Midwest or do some other shows?
We would like to try to do some shows in some way.
I mean, yeah, if it got to a point like, hey, you want to go here with us, the situation and the timing was right, and I don't see whether, but right now it's more of a, finding the band, because it's got to be just as good as what you're hearing two guys doing. And
on the
it's got to sound like the album. If it don't sound like the album, there's no point in doing it.
And it's so hard to find people who want to commit to original music. I mean, I know so many people who would just that I spoke to long before I met Vance, and it was always like, yeah, we'll do something, and then it would never happen. And like, I don't hold it against them, because it's like, yeah, I know that you going out there playing 15 million covers is actually going to pay you money. You working on this project may or may not. So
that's a big choice. I mean, you're especially if you have a family or whatever, you got to think about what you're going to do, and that's the first thing. I mean, there comes to be a point in your life where you got to just do with people who want to do it, because we're getting older.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I stopped a long time ago doing anything, chasing my dream, and I shouldn't have stopped playing music, because you don't have to stop playing music, and I'm glad that you guys don't, because who knows, with the way the internet goes, you don't need a record deal anymore. You don't need anything,
Yeah.
You all right over there, Free Ride?
All right, I'm choking. I was choking. I was chewing some Nicorette gum, and it kind of came apart in my mouth. And I'm trying to quit smoking, and it was nasty. I almost choked on it, so I got to be careful. But anyway,
I thought you were laughing at us, and I got all insulted and shit.
You shouldn't have been insulted. Don't be insulted. Don't be insulted. So, anyways, you guys are awesome, man. Tell me something. If you do it, who would you like to play with on stage? Name a band.
Conquest. Definitely Conquest.
Conquest, or local guys, Anacrusis. That's another.
How about Symphony X?
Oh my God. Wow, I love Symphony X. Yeah, I would.
Symphony X without any problem, I bet.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but
their bassist Mike LaPond is a pretty good friend of ours. He was just on the show last week. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, what's funny is,
Int,
yeah,
int.
my tale about Symphony X is, if so, of concert you spent most money on in your life was me going to see Symphony X in Montreal in 2001.
No shit, huh? You
No
saw
shit,
Symphony
yeah.
X. Yeah? They're
Because
fucking killer, man.
yeah, it was fun. It was funny because it was part of my I'm turning 30 celebration.
Right.
So
That's cool.
I had a friend who wound up in Vermont, and he mentioned that show and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get on a plane. Let's just go to that show. So yeah, I go all the way to Montreal, Canada to see Symphony X.
No
Yeah,
shit.
that's awesome. Now your 30th birthday bash was better than mine. Mine, I woke up the next morning and I had like a white powdery bag all over my face and everything. I probably spent the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Completely broke the next day.
Right. And no memories of that,
Well, where did I spend that
yeah,
fucking money?
well, I see. That's why we always thought, like, I played music in the beginning and stuff, and whatever, always just for the party atmosphere. That was me. Most people do it that way. A lot of people do it because they love it, and that's the true musician and the true music that is good. It's the people that love to do it. They last. They last. Like Rush lasted until one of them were done, and always had good music too. There was never a shitty album in there. I don't think, you could always find a good song or two on every album, but they always change with the times too. That's what you got to do, change with the times, but not replicate, not be a carbon copy of the times, be something, be you, but have that
progress in your own direction, I think is what you're trying to say.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And it makes a big difference when you stick to it with the same, you guys have been doing it for a little while now. That chemistry is noticeable after a while. You can't just get, disguise chemistry,
Yeah. You guys' first EP was really good. And of course we play it on rotation here at KGF Rocks, and we want the next one that you got coming. All right, so don't forget about us here at KGF Rocks. I don't think that'll happen, but just in case, when you're ready, it's in the can and ready to play, and put it on MP3 format. Let us play your shit.
I appreciate that a lot, man.
I just want to. You don't even worry about it. Vince and I have been friends for a long time. I think we've met a couple of times. Velvet Revolver, was it?
First time I met you was after the first.
With Revolver. Yeah, at Pops. Yeah, that was a great show.
Hosted the show, I think.
Yeah. Rob Boyer hosted the show. That was a great show. It was fun.
That was awesome.
Rob Boyer is one of the most awesome motherfuckers ever.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not even from St. Louis, and I think Rob Boyer is an awesome man. Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, I have not had the privilege of meeting him, but I've seen him live a few times, and he's a heck of a bass player.
He is. And he had a metal show on this station, and I don't know why he stopped doing it, because it was so fucking awesome. He was so knowledgeable about metal, and the music he played was great.
We loved having him.
He was awesome.
Awesome DJ. And we want him back so bad. And I keep asking every once in a while, I'll throw in, hey man, want to come back? Hey, you want to come back? Because he was a draw. He was a great DJ. I mean, he was very knowledgeable. He had a producer that helped him with the show, present the music and stuff. He'd give him the music to play, and it turned out to and all the information about the bands and all that stuff. And it was a very informative show about metal. It really was. It was a great metal show.
Yeah,
but Rob Boyer's
he rocked it out, dude. He's funny. He's got a. If you ever get the chance to meet him, just let him talk, man. You'll laugh your ass off. You'll just die laughing. He's funny and smart. He's not like a Frank Zappa type of guy.
Shots of some Irish whiskey.
Yeah. He's a good guy, and I've met a lot of people by doing this, and I never left New York State. It's so great, it's awesome.
We got it. We're all over the world, man. We're scattered. Now, just think of it. We've got 3 guys. Got one on the West Coast. one on the East Coast and one in Central United States. I
Yeah.
mean, that's so off the wall in itself. 20 years ago, we'd have never been able to do this, guys.
Yeah.
No.
So when we talk about technology, when you guys do something, you guys do things in different rooms now. Tell me how that works. You do vocals over at his place, you do the guitar over here, you do the drums over here.
I'll let
Is that
John
how it
explain.
works?
He's doing a
Pretty
lot
much,
better
yeah, we're-
talking tonight.
Yeah. Think the you know the model that Boston did in 1977. We're just doing it, now.
Right.
He produced that. They produced that in a basement.
Yep. That's
That was
basically
produced
what's
in somebody's basement with some really cheap equipment.
Mhm.
yeah. There's
The
equipment.
first-
Equipment. He invented himself too. He invented
Yeah,
his own recording desk and his own what was
He
it?
was
The
a-
power soak,
like-
the Marshall power soak, so he could get
Yeah.
He was a what was it, electronics genius. The guy
he
was
was
just
electrical
Oh, yeah.
engineer from
He went to
MIT.
MIT. Yeah.
MIT.
He was.
So
But that album,
Good
actually,
buck.
the sound of it was the most ridiculous, ear-pleasing sound ever.
Yep.
Just so smooth. How did?
On track.
Well,
I did.
well, actually, all three of us were never in the same room together when we did it. John, did a lot of all the music and parts, the keyboards, the bass, all the guitar parts, his place. The only time that any of us were together was me and John, like as now, working on the vocal parts. And then we send
Okay.
the stuff to Dad. He does his thing, and then poof, it's like, wow, you would have thought we were all.
in the same studio, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's the thing now. What I was saying.
learned a lot from John on this. It was a blessing meeting him. I mean, I don't get too into that, but it's time. It's been 2 years now, or is it 3? It was
Yeah.
a blessing meeting. He introduced me into a lot of new ways of learning structures of songs, and was real easy to work with too.
Right.
That was the key thing with me. I took my time. I told him after we were finally done with it, and it took a year. We probably could have finished it a lot sooner. And I said, well, I had to get to know you.
Right.
He
Oh,
kinda gave me a
absolutely.
goofy look. We're like, what?
What? No question about it.
I get it.
I get it. No problem. No
I mean,
problem.
I've done a lot of things with other bands in the past, original cover, and sometimes you find yourself wasting a lot of time.
Right.
At
Yeah.
this point in my life, it's like I ain't got too much time to waste. And
Yeah. Well, none of us do. I mean,
no,
to be honest
it's,
with you.
it's just been a great blessing to meet John and work with him. I've learned a lot from this guy. And, he had everything mapped out for me. Like I said, he dumbed down for me in the first one, but now he's making me raise my bar a little bit.
Cool. That's good. That's good, though. It exercises the brain.
Yeah,
No question
nice
about
to be
it.
able to work with people that that don't cause you to stress or overreact or just settle. It's like I know when I have to go over a part again, and I just go, nope, do it again. All right. Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll just look at me and go, and I'm like, you're probably right. We probably need to
Try to do it again.
Simple and easy.
But it makes it kind of tough when you're not in the same place. You know what I'm saying? It makes you
Most
kind
of
of
the time, he's sitting there with I've got the headphones on, and all he's hearing is me.
Okay.
So that's how the whole first album. He just heard me sing and go, and I'm hearing the music, but he ain't.
Right.
Nice.
Right. No,
He's
that
out of that. Now he's getting to do it again.
well, that's a good thing. You could do that now. Like I said before, it's easier with
Yeah.
the technology. Years ago, if you wanted to do it that way, you'd have to record something and FedEx him the tape, and or whatever. And it's like you couldn't record in different studios cheaply.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you can do it in your basement or your attic or wherever the hell you want to do it, and send it to each other and mix it up, and you got a fucking record. It's amazing how you could do it now.
Like right now, this is exactly what I just got this, and this is exactly what we're doing my vocals on.
Oh,
This is
see.
like a half version of what we did with John's on the first album.
Yeah.
Full Tascam,
Yeah, we were using Tascam digital recorders to do this. I have a 32-track one. He has, I think it's just a 4-track one.
Right.
But I mean, it's all digital, so
Right.
theoretically, his vocals on that one should sound as good as on the 32 track one.
Sure.
Because it's the same technology.
It just look right, less tracks on there. No, and that makes sense now. And with digital technology, as long as you got a good person doing engineering and mastering and all that, you can get things to sound beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. It makes you wonder how those bands in the '60s, if they would have had.
I mean, if they had internet back in my day,
Yeah.
all there was cassettes, and you had to learn a lyric,
Right.
wrapped up like a douche.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there was nothing else. I used to have notebooks filled. Yeah. I mean, you used to have notebooks filled with little words and lyrics and whatever, and you had papers. Oh, you thought of something, you could write it on a back of a napkin or something, But now you could just type stuff in your phone, save it, and it's amazing, the technology.
Yeah.
It's just, or does it make lazy musicians, though, you think?
I think to a certain degree, yes, because I've always told people my philosophy is, people say, well, I got out my phone and I recorded 152 riffs here for my next album or whatever. I hear this right. Okay, and then they lose the phone and they think, well, I've lost all this work. Is like, well, your riffs probably weren't that good if you can't remember them. Recording. That's my view on this. Is if I can't remember this riff a day later, how can I expect anyone else to remember it?
Right.
So I try to. Yeah. So like if I'm writing a song or a piece of a song, and the next day I don't remember what it is, I just realize, yeah, it probably wasn't that good.
Right. No, that makes sense. It absolutely makes sense, because I remember Keith Richards just saying one time he was sleeping and thought of the fucking opening lines to Satisfaction, and he had to get up and record it real quick and then go back to sleep. But his brain was probably
a lot more cocaine in his brain.
Yeah, I'm sure, but it's true though. If it's a memorable riff, it's a memorable riff to yourself and to anybody. I mean, you there's no doubt you hear a Black Sabbath riff and you know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
And there's some definite influences in on the first Signs of Hate. If you listen to that one, that's some definite Black Sabbath, and that's his influence on that song. That was the first song that I did with John.
Yeah, that was the first idea I presented at Vance, and it was because I was just messing around with this thing. It's like, this is like some what you call doom metal.
Right.
And it's like, there's something to this, but maybe I should talk to that.
That's what Knee Scab was talking to me about. He said it sounded like Black Sabbath.
My dad, who's 77 now, when he heard it, he said the same thing. Goes, it kind of got a feel to it. There's always definite little hints of influences.
Add a fuzz bass and you're all in there.
That just music, that early metal to me was just so amazing. Not even just Black Sabbath. I'm talking about like you said, Dio and Diamond Head, and all those bands, the forgotten bands. That everybody, all these songs that Metallica did on Garage Days. Yeah, those are all their songs. And like those bands, I wish they had more. Like you're talking about doom metal. Pentagram was one of a great doom metal band that nobody knows about from the '70s. There's so much music out there that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
And even if you did a cover of one of these songs from back then, nobody would know it was a cover unless you told them in half the song.
Right. And what else, guys? If you guys, like what he's discussing here is put a fucking cover on your album. Fuck it.
Well, we kind of did. We kind of are in a way.
Yeah.
You guys played it about 6 years on my first interview on Conjugal Visits, Revelation in Bloom.
Oh, okay.
That has totally been reorchestrated by John, and we're totally redoing it, and that's going to be on this album.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
well, it's kind of a cover, but not really.
A cover of yourself, right?
Yeah. A reimagination.
Yeah.
A reimagining, right? A reimagining for sure.
Yeah, and he did a really good job on it. I was excited to hear how he was going to do
that. Well, we will play that when you get it done. We'll have it in rotation because we love fucking all kinds of metal and rock. We don't care what it is.
Yeah.
It's as long as it doesn't suck, and none
Well,
of
that,
you.
no, that song's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
And
really
you
well.
haven't given us anything that sucked yet.
Right.
I mean,
A
trust
lot
me,
of
we've
people
kicked a
say
few.
about when they heard that song, Revelation and Bloom, they're like, it's so depressing. I said, well, it's supposed to be.
Right,
It's
right,
supposed
right.
to be
It's not the end
depressing.
of the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the song Black Sabbath from Black Sabbath, the original song from that's the most depressing song ever written. It really is. I mean, when you think about it, if you're not dead and you want to be, come on with me, and I'll take you down that fucking road. And that's Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
that's what Black Sabbath
what
was
the
meant to
fuck
be.
is this is standing in front of me, man? This monster motherfucking Grim Reaper with the sickle, and he's standing right in front of him. And you want to talk about a hairy concert? I saw that concert, and I'll tell you right now, that guy became visible on the stage, man. It was like Ozzy Osbourne was completely in white. And
Yep.
every time that the lights would change color, he would change color, and it was just fucking. I tripped so hard we had to leave early. We were tripping so hard the whole fucking place was shaking. It was a trip. It was like nothing I ever saw.
Good old days.
The good old days. Ozzy Osbourne, when you could understand what he was saying. You
When
know?
he didn't need subtitles.
Yeah.
He didn't need subtitles to understand what he was saying, but he was just amazing, just amazing. And he took the stage. And those other guys, Iommi, and the rest of them they'd just back up. And that's what was cool about Black Sabbath. They knew where the moneymaker was back in that time. They would just step back until they had a guitar solo, and then they would come up to the front.
I like
But
Malcolm Young.
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't see him. I
And
mean,
he
he'd
was
be
the
back
main
in the-
songwriter. You find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he would just step back and let Ozzy do his fucking thing. It was one of the greatest things. But I think
When was that?
that was back in 1974
Uh,
when I saw them. That was the first concert. Well, the second concert I ever went to with Black Sabbath, 1974.
So around the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath year.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath years.
A
Yes,
great fucking album.
Yeah.
That's
Great
a
album.
really great album.
Great album. And one of their last.
30. So
With
you
Ozzy.
guys must have been born in the 80s, huh?
Don't I wish?
You were born in the 90s, right?
No, I was born in the 70s.
You were born in the 70s,
That's
and
the thing. You were born in the 80s.
No, I was born in 1967.
Oh, wow.
1967.
54.
Yeah, he's older than you think he is, man.
Uh,
He's older. He's been around 1967. So 1977,
Mm.
you were 10,
Yeah.
right? So in 1977, let's see who was hot in 1977.
Elvis
Now,
to me.
at 10 years old, were you listening to K-She?
Yes, I was.
67.
No,
Man,
no,
you-
no, it wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was into Elvis big time.
Oh, you're into the oldie station. What was that? KNLC or something. Yeah,
I was a
yeah.
huge Elvis. I used to sit in my room and throw on Elvis albums and act like I was Elvis. And occasionally,
sure.
sorry, sis, Barry Manilow was kind of like childhood guy, you know. So you got to.
well, I was.
Well,
Barry,
That's all right. I was born in '74, and I was the same way with like the Barry Manilow. I love Barry Manilow, but I also love the Bee Gees. Were one of my favorite.
oh
bands,
yeah.
and so it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't have to like everything that's rock just because you're playing rock. I mean, there's
That's right.
Well, I
They
was
were-
a kid, and that
Yep.
to me, the biggest things that were when I was a kid
uh,
was Elvis and Barry Manilow at the time.
yeah, right, yeah. Barry Manilow,
Husbands
he
were
was
one of,
famous.
Tommy Lee.
1977. Jeez Louise. I was let's see, 1977.
You were having
I
a
was
family.
I was in the Navy. I was overseas, so I was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, and the other guy up there it was his first year playing Santa Claus at the mall.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
knee scab.
Yeah.
Good old knee scab. All right. So, hey guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Really
Yep.
do. Oh yeah. Thank you guys. You did great. Awesome show, man. I talk to you anytime, Vance, and you know that. And if there's anything we can ever do for you guys here at KGF Rocks, please don't be afraid to ask. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
And when the new EP gets all put together and stuff, and we're going to release it, we'll go ahead and have you guys back on the show because
All right.
this was worth having you guys on. So
For having us.
Definitely.
It's been
outstanding, outstanding. Okay, well, you guys take it easy. We're going to say adios to you for now, and thanks for coming in. We do appreciate it. And again, if there's anything else we could do for y'all, let us know. Rock
Thanks
out.
for
All right, man.
Rock out. All right, guys. You guys take
God
care of
bless.
yourselves. Bye
Okay,
bye.
we will. All right.
All right.
We'll see you.
You can go ahead and hang up whenever you're ready.
All right. See y'all later.
See you.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Great show.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, with one down.
There he goes.
And he's off.
Isn't this great? I wouldn't believe
He don't want to leave. He wants to stay.
Oh.
I don't know what to do.
There, I got you. There, I got
There
him.
you go. There you go. All right.
Funny.
what a great show. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was,
fucking funny.
it was definitely funny, and it was informative and cheerio.
Cheerio. Cheerio.
I'm looking
I
for knee scab, a good
I thought
back.
I got the last question in.
Yeah, well,
got-
I know you always got to get the last word in, you stupid. No.
That looks like something out of fucking Star Trek, man.
Done it, done it.
It's like a Christmas thing.
Now I'm a hobbit, a troll.
This
Yeah.
looks like stoners on the steps.
Stoners on the steps.
Anybody want breakfast? Why does he look like a little girl over there? Look at him.
It's because he's further back away from his camera than we are. We're closer to
Oh.
our cameras.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just a
Oh
nimrod.
yeah, look at that. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Nunchucks over there.
Nunchucks. Yeah. He's got this real small head.
He does. He's like a fucking now we're sitting in the cool room. So anyways, what as far as new music goes, I haven't heard any I liked. Have you guys anything new
I heard
that-
some new Greta Van Fleet that I did not like at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to get to the point. I heard these guys' songs, right? And I'm just thinking, and I didn't want to say nothing, but I think I'll tell you guys. I think the drummer was off, and I think they need to get together. I think because the drummer is off a bit. But-
Maybe you're off a bit.
Maybe, but I don't think so. I think they need to get. They're going to have a hit, but they're going to have to get it together, man. They're going to have to be like the Rolling Stones. They're together, And the Beatles,
Oh,
mean,
stop
these-
sucking the Rolling Stones dick all the time.
well, they're on time with each other. They know what the next guy's going to fucking do, and what where it sounds, And
Right.
the drummers got to be in their groove, man. You got to be. And I think they need a little work on that, but I think they're great.
All right. All right.
All right, yellow.
the
We
bumbling,
all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine.
Oh
A
yeah,
yellow submarine.
that was one of the worst
That-
Beatles songs ever.
I know it's metal music, right? Okay, all right. So it's metal music, but the dude on the drummer is just going a little bit too much on the cymbal, out of time. And I'm not no moron. I can hear
Oh,
Okay.
I gotta go to Walmart.
hey, constructive criticism, man. I think they got a hit coming, but they need to fix they got to get a little bit more in the group together, like to be in the zone and shit.
Wapner at 5 p.m.
God damn it. I mean, they need a Neil Peart. They need a Neil Peart, and then they'd have a hit that, you could swallow.
Maybe you could be their producer.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just,
You
I'll
could.
just tell you like it is, right?
Tell it like it is.
Well, I didn't want to say that in front of you guys, but I thought I'd tell you here, and then he can listen to it later, and that he can take the constructive criticism, or he can say I'm full of shit. One to other.
Full of shit.
Full of shit. I vote full of shit. I'll have to listen to it. I'll listen to it again.
Okay.
I
All
listen
right.
to it.
Now that I pointed that out, listen to it again, and you'll see what I'm saying. You'll see that's not toe tapping, drummer. Okay.
But it's metal music. It's not supposed to be toe tapping.
Listen,
it's supposed to be head banging.
What he's saying is that he thinks it's out of time. It's out of time.
He's out of time.
Little bit.
Yeah, you are out of time. You stop. As soon as you heard the Rolling Stones, that was it. Nobody else was good.
I like Mick and the boys. Don't get me wrong, okay? I like Mick by himself too. He's fantastic.
Does he feel good? Yeah.
Solo albums, they're awesome to the death bone, you know. But
and it's no shame liking who you like. It's no shame.
I can listen to every fucking album, every song.
Right. I know you can.
Not get bored.
And that's the same way with Free Ride with the Beatles, probably.
It's all.
Oh yeah.
You know.
It's all different. Everything is fucking got its own different. But the drummer is on time with
what Charlie Watts is. I can't say any stupid shit about Charlie Watts because he is. No. He's an impeccable drummer. He is.
He's a great part of why they made it. Just like
absolutely.
Just like motherfucking
Ringo Starr.
Don Henley.
I think more Ringo Starr than Don Henley, and I'll tell you why. Because Ringo Starr had these beats that
Ringo Starr. That goes without saying. I wasn't even going to mention the Beatles because they're just too. We all know that.
Right. I'm just saying the way he played this, the beats he played, the way he's hit the cymbals was like so different. Because he was
too.
Yeah,
that's that's where the hit is, right there.
Visual timekeeper, if you will. You know.
Yeah, the drummer is the timekeeper of the song.
Free Ride looks like his head's coming out of a fucking rock right now or something.
I know, right? Right.
He's out of it. If he's out of it,
need to have bubbles go up. While we're talking.
Yeah,
and sharks. I'd like to see a shark going by.
Yeah, well, listen, I just fucking figured this out. I just figured this out. So let me see. Now here's a blank screen that we can work on, maybe. You know, and I like the way that he looks angry down there.
He does. He looks pissed off.
Angry.
You're not listening to me.
What? What'd you say? I'm sorry. What was that?
What was that? What'd you say?
Oh, because you're rambling now. You made your point. I got it.
I got it.
All right.
I'm just messing with you.
Put us in the courtroom. Put us in the courtroom.
Oh, no, we're in the UNSC now, the United Nations Scum Chamber.
Now, our fact checker dude, Gonzo, he said Mick gets timing off. Gets off timing. Mick gets off timing when you listen to Faraway Eyes. He gets out of sync on Faraway Eyes.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's intentional, Gonzo. That may have been intentional. I think Mick does that kind of stuff where it's not quite in the realm of the tune. I think he goes outside of the box.
Yeah, maybe.
I mentioned the drummer. I said, dude, where'd you find this drummer? And I was gonna, but he gave him
something.
No, he gave some high praise. So I didn't want to say nothing about that, but I'm sure he was being kind, because I'll tell you what, that's where they're lacking a little bit. And I think once they smack that down, it's going to be hard to keep out of the fucking mainstream.
Advice from the from the mixing board.
Okay, that's constructive criticism then. Yeah. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, fuck yeah.
You did really good there, Scappy.
That was pretty good, knee scab. That was pretty damn good. That was lucid.
Let's see how many names it takes to get him pissed off.
How many names?
Like scrotum chopper or something, you know. Like,
Scrotum liquor.
yeah,
Taint lover.
yeah. Taint lover. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Hey, Tainty.
Hey, taint.
Yeah, that could be his nickname.
That could be.
Taint. Where's Taint?
Tapeworm. There you go. Tapeworm. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Call-
tapeworm.
Yeah, call
Yeah.
Taint to dinner. Taint.
Yeah, fucking taintworm. The
There you go.
taintworm.
Taintworm.
Oh,
A name
that's
is born.
right. There it is. We founded it. We founded it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That taint know anybody's business.
the FCC just gave approval for them motherfuckers to send that civilian spaceship up into space and to go out of the atmosphere. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
approved that motherfucker.
Well,
See,
I'll believe it when I see it.
well, they're almost done with the spacecraft. I saw it the other day. I googled it just out of curiosity.
Can you imagine the legal document that you would have to sign with the United States government to let you go up there? You're basically going to have to say, I waive any kind of lawsuit against me.
Liability.
Yeah, right. And it's like, that's crazy in itself.
It's going to cost these guys millions of dollars to do it.
I know.
We're the perfect setting for this.
And what happens if it does happen? If it does go up in a malfunction and everybody's gone, you know, let's not say that's never happened before, you know,
Right.
because space shuttles have had disasters.
Right.
So I would be worried about that as a legal standpoint from a government. How can, you know, you allow people to do that?
Well, I mean, there's got to be a stipulation in there where you got to sign your life away and say, look, you know, if anything goes wrong, we're not liable.
Right.
We're not going to pay your bills. You know,
Who's
so,
started this? Nipson, what's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon,
Yeah.
no, it's not Elon Musk's.
Yeah. It's
It's
Jeff
just,
Bezos.
So
Jeff
he's getting
Bezos.
like $250,000 for each seat.
Yeah,
And-
no, he's getting $1 million a seat, I think.
Yeah, but if you're a multimillionaire, that
No,
doesn't matter.
50,000 a seat, I think.
Yeah, and if you're a billionaire, you're
Checker
gonna
on
buy seats enough for your whole family.
that.
You know, take your
Right.
whole family into outer space. There you go. Let's go through the Van Allen radiation belt and all come back like fucking, you know, lizard people. or
Oh,
something.
here we go with the belt
know.
again.
The belt.
The
You
belt.
can't- The belt.
The belt.
You can only go
It's-
in lower orbit. They could probably go into lower Earth orbit, which is space. It's still space, but it's
Right.
not. You know,
Different.
it's
Who
Yeah,
the
what's-
fuck know the difference whether you get out there or not? You
they're not
know,
going
or
to know the difference. They're going to see space, absolutely, but they're not going to be out. You know, you never go past the Van Allen radiation belt, which is where they supposedly went through with '60s technology, and now can't do it in now to get to the moon.
To get to the moon.
Right.
So
They
all
want
this
that
talk about going to the moon again is all bullshit.
I think so. I do. I think a lot of space is hidden.
they're gonna shoot that telescope up there. I don't give a shit what you say. They're gonna put that on there. It's gonna go on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to see further than the Hubble
But they
ever
fi-
thought.
yeah. Well, if they could do something, I'm not saying they can't do something like that, but
Right.
you know, they could probably do something like that because it's not a person going through that. It's just a piece of equipment. But I don't know. I watch all these stupid
Have
things.
they fixed the
conspiracy
Hubble?
theory.
I heard it was broken.
No, I think they fixed that, didn't they?
No, I
Yeah,
think it's broken.
The Hubble spacecraft is in trouble. It's
Is
almost
it?
done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been up there for whatever, 40 years now, 30 years.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's been up there.
Something ain't right with it. It's not keeping up with the technology of today.
Well,
No.
no, but that's why I don't understand why they say we can't go to the moon when we did in '69, and we didn't can't go in 2021. Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Well, I don't know. They're not saying they can't. I'm hearing that we're gonna go. They're talking about going to the moon.
Again, I'll believe
Yeah,
it when I see
I,
it.
I agree with Free Ride there on that on account of because I think they're making already got shit and plan for
Yeah.
that.
That's
I
good.
don't understand this fucking belt thing and that you talk about, but we're
Sure,
we're we're
too.
going to Mars. There's no
Well,
question.
well,
There's no gray
all you
area
have to
there.
do is just Google
The Kuiper belt.
Wikipedia, the Van Allen radiation belt, and read on it by yourself and see if you think that that can happen with the tinfoil fucking shit surrounding that Apollo shit. Went through a radiation belt. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And
He
can it,
doesn't believe that we went to the moon.
no, and
Period.
can equipment get there? I don't probably. Yeah, I can't just say no to that because there's no definitive proof. I don't think that it's ever not happened. You know what I mean?
But
But
you think that the radiation would have killed those guys?
oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And Buzz Aldrin just died or still alive. I mean, how they fucking lived thousands of years and with go to a radiation field? How?
Those guys on that one Apollo that it went wrong that they couldn't land on the moon, they were trying to.
Apollo 13.
They were going to be the second landing on the moon, and then they ended up having to scratch that deal. And
Does
but
that make
he,
for a better movie?
well, yeah, yeah, I guess so. Okay, if you think that the American people are that bored.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, you of
I
all
don't know,
people
man. I
should you
don't know.
open your mind to things and look into the things. You know, I mean, you guys grew up in the space era, okay? I really didn't get there until the '80s, you know, and the first space shuttle thing I saw go up was the fucking space shuttle Columbia or whatever disaster. Yeah,
Oh no, way
that's
ahead of you. Oh
yeah,
shit, I'm way up. We're Atlas and shit bound. We were.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
around. My dad worked at the he was in the Air Force over there in
Man,
Vandenberg Air Force Base. And the
yeah.
mother fuckers, they'd open up the ground. My dad would take us in on the base and we'd go up in the mountains and we'd put our blankets on the fucking hood of the car and we'd all kick back and the whole floor in the valley would open up and then fucking missile. Boom, another fucking show and a half, man.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time.
All these
My dad
satellite
wrote the spec.
shit.
Our dad wrote the specs for that, and
that's cool.
yeah, he was a technical writer for the Air Force, so he was already in the Space Force. He's a Space Force. My dad was a Space Force pioneer. He really
Yeah,
was.
that's
Yeah, he
cool.
worked on XB-70, the X-15. He did all kind of experimental for hyperspeed and for the fucking what was it? What was that the Blackbird spy plane?
Yeah.
He wrote all the fucking specs on that.
Well, my dad was a good bowler.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Your
pretty
dad
good.
was a good bowler.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was on
Yeah,
Beat the Champ one time.
I was a good bowler when I was young.
That was our treat for the month, because they shoot up a rocket about every month. So, and my dad knew the schedule, and he'd take us up there on the rocks and the hills and shit, and we'd fucking, there'd be a different, place on the mountains the next time. The whole
Right.
floor would open up down there, and then we'd go to this other spot, man, the next month. Fucking awesome, fucking.
We were we were the shizzle. I mean, as far as space is concerned, to get back on the subject, as far as space is concerned, I think it is our frontier that we deserve to explore, and we've got nothing left to explore here on Earth.
It's the final frontier.
It is the final frontier. And I think it's important for mankind to find a fucking way off of this planet because
And
things ain't gonna last.
listen to me. Uh, uh, we haven't discovered the entire ocean yet. And we can't
That's
even
true.
get homeless people out of tents and shit on the goddamn highway here.
Well,
That's
that's
true
why we
too.
need to find another place to be.
I think you're right about the what we're always trying to
I'm
get
thinking,
up and
I'm
out.
thinking, there's got to be a better place out there somewhere, man.
Yeah, maybe it's
I'm
underneath the world in the water.
in the water.
Who knows?
Ah, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? There's an underwater city somewhere where
Maybe
they
Atlantis
ride
is real.
around? Yeah, they ride around in these
I'd like
dweeb
to be
craps.
under the sea with
Huh?
in an octopus's garden.
Oh, in an octopus's garden. Yeah, and there
And
we go with
Shay.
another Beatles song.
Space
Another
is,
Beatles.
I think we've done good by privatizing the whole thing. And you know, because the government don't need to be spending money on it. I
That's
think
true. That is true. Now that's a good point. That's a great fucking point because most of these adventures that are going to Mars and to the moon are going to be private ventures. These are going to be guys that are out of government. Now the government's going to supervise and it's going to.
And the government's got money invested in it,
Oh, I'm
guaranteed.
sure they've got money invested in it, but so
that-
does these people.
yeah.
No, it's true, but see, this is the way. Like now, you can get things done with saying, "Hey, that was SpaceX or whatever did that. That wasn't the U.S. government." You know, the
Right.
liability factor is gone for them completely now. You
Oh yeah,
know,
the government doesn't have any liability.
right?
If it fails, it's your loss. It's your
Absolutely.
money.
And
It's your
that's the
money.
thing. They found a great way to still explore space or whatever with not being able to be liable for it.
Right?
Yeah. And other
Yeah.
nations can't say, "Oh, the United States was up there, planting missile silos in space," because no, SpaceX is up there. We're not up there. Are you crazy? That's Jeff Bezos. They're up there. So now, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool.
And if you got the money, go for it, dude.
Yeah,
If you got the money, fuck it, go for it, dude.
Yeah, but
I got no
the
problem
the
with that.
government is also going to profit off of it somehow.
I mean, there's really nothing to gain by going there. Yeah, as far as we know.
As far as we know, correct.
Um, I
Here
mean,
we go with that same old fucking dry ass argument. There's nothing there. What do we want to go there for? Well, why not go there? If you got the fucking money, spend the fucking money and go there. Who
Well,
gives a
I
rat's ass? What
I
the
think they
only
should
problem
spend.
we're having with not doing anything is the Chinese are going to do it any fucking way.
No.
So we might as well be with them and do
There's
that.
another question that you should ask yourself.
The
Let's
Chinese
ask,
have to
let's
get
ask
in
another question.
first
The United
and
States
start
has
fucking
been.
ass, slap
God.
us around a little bit, and then they can do whatever they want. But they ain't got the money for that right now. They're building their military up.
Yeah,
See,
but
Yeah.
that's not
They're
even
not-
the point. How come no other nation ever went to the moon?
They have gone. The Russians went to the moon. Not a man.
No, not a
wasn't
manned
manned.
mission. Right.
That
Never
wasn't a
been
manned
enough.
mission.
The United States is the only country to do a manned mission to the moon. Only
Yeah.
one. Only one. Nobody else has ever tried it. China with all their technology, never tried it. Russia with all their whatever, never tried it. Never tried it. Why? I wonder why. Just look it up. You'll be amazed.
not easy. Like John Kennedy said, it's not easy. We don't go to the moon because it's easy. We go there because it's hard.
It's hard.
Sure. It's hard for everybody, but we figured it out in 5 fucking years.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did poop shit. Let's do the most impossible thing ever, and we did it in 5 years. The fucking United States government can't fucking make a decision in Congress in a year.
Got these newfangled fucking new space suits where you're not all confined in a space where. And now the space suits are cool, so you can actually do work. They're gonna go there, man. They're gonna go there, and they're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no stopping it. That's exactly what's going to happen. And we're going to put men on Mars. We're going to put men back on the moon. It's going to happen again. You'll see. I guess we'll see.
You know, that we go out, that the human race would go and explore and try to find special corn, special coffee, sugar, things like this that they can actually find, but they ain't gonna find shit on the moon.
No, they
No,
couldn't
they're
find
not going to
shit
find
anywhere, I
things on
don't
the
think.
moon. What it's going to be, okay. Here's the idea behind going to the moon again. Here's
It's
what's going to happen.
practice to go to Mars.
Okay, okay. Now, listen to me. Listen to me. Give me just a second. All right, let me explain. All right,
Dude,
what's going to be on the moon is there's going to be a base on the moon for launching because there's not the gravitational pull that the Earth has, and so they can get a quicker launch and a further launch towards Mars. It's going to be a launching station. Is what it's going to be.
Yeah, he left.
He left. He right in
Yeah,
the
he
middle. He
just
doesn't want to
left.
hear. He
Said,
just
fuck
walked
off.
out. He
Yeah.
just said "fuck you" and walked out.
I gotta
What?
go pee.
Oh, well, he just goes and gets up and walks. He could make money on by going to the moon is the cost of the ride. If we found gold on the moon, we would still be there. That's right. That's right. Gonzo said it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing we can make money on by going there to the moon is the cost of the ride. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that's going to make money. There's no
Yeah.
making money on it.
No, they'll make money off all the fucking t-shirts they sell
Oh, fuck yeah. The
and
moon
all
people.
that for all that fake propaganda shit that you're gonna buy, Oh, he's back.
That would be the hot ticket and the hot plan is to put a base
No.
on, and then
You were gone. We changed the conversation, dude. We're not talking about that no more.
No, we stopped.
We were talking about legal prostitution in Nevada is what we were talking about. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're
Coming in all late and shit.
not on the,
walking
not,
away from the screen.
not on the
Hey, see what happens when you walk away? You miss half the fucking show.
Listen,
What's up with that?
in the city limits.
Prostitution in the city limits. What city limits?
Las Vegas,
It's not legal in Las Vegas.
not in the city limits.
Well, no, you can't. You can't go in the casino. You can get a call girl, but you can't
No.
get one out of a
No.
casino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they come and hit you. The scabies ones, the ones, not the call girls, but the girls you got to be careful of robbing you and shit, is the ones that meet you on the casino floor. You got to be careful of them girls. Hey, want a
That
date
makes sense.
on the casino floor? They can't do that on the casino floor.
It's legal in the county, out in the county, but it's not legal within the city limits.
City limits, within city limits, right?
You got the Bunny Farm out there. You got
Bunny Ranch.
the Mustang Ranch.
The guy that owned the Mustang Ranch died.
He did.
Whoever, whatever.
He won the primary in Nevada for governor
Mhm.
After he died.
Yeah, he did.
He won it posthumously.
Yeah. He would have been a different kind of governor for sure.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would have legalized it in the city of Reno and the city of what's the other one? Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas.
You could do it in your fucking car.
Laughlin.
Laughlin.
Rent the car.
Rent the car.
Rent my ass.
You gonna rent a car?
In my ass.
In your ass. You're gonna rent a
Yeah.
car in your ass.
Yeah.
Satan. Satan.
That boy you love.
Well, next Sunday we're off. We're not doing a show Sunday.
Yeah, I hear that.
We're not doing a show Sunday. 4th of July, we won't be doing a show on the 4th of July. It's a holiday, even for us. So enjoy your holiday, and just go from there. Okay. Well, anyway, somebody's got to have another topic. Somebody bring something up. Yeah.
Are you going to have a barbecue?
Well, yeah, we're having a barbecue that weekend. We're going to barbecue some ribs and some pork steaks.
It's next weekend.
Yeah, it's next weekend.
Steaks in California. I don't understand it.
But the following week,
They're in New York eat pork steaks in New York?
No. No,
Huh?
we don't eat no pork steaks in New York. We eat the real store steak.
Oh,
Yeah, pork steak. I don't know what the fuck is that.
them pork steaks are bad.
Oh,
Uh,
you don't know what a pork steak is? You've never
I
had
don't,
pork steaks?
I
Oh,
don't
you
think
got to
so.
come to Missouri, dude. You got to come
Oh,
to Missouri. Oh, dude, pork steaks,
we don't
man.
have 'em here. We don't have them
Oh,
here. And they don't have them in New York, Toddy.
no, this is St. Louis pork steaks, and
That's
they
why
are the
you're all
bomb.
dying out there eating all that fat and shit.
There's no fat on that. It's
What do
a
you
steak.
mean? If it's
It's all
pork.
meat. It don't mean it's fat. You cut the fat off. You don't
No,
eat the fat. You can see the fat.
but I'm sure you deep fry it.
Well,
Oh,
no, we
dude.
don't deep fry it. We
Yeah.
barbecue it. We put it on a
Uh,
grill, and then
yeah.
we take it
Do
and
a
we take
all
Maul's
over.
barbecue sauce and put it in a
Uh,
big pot with a can of fucking Bush beer, and we put
dude,
our pork steaks in it, and it sits on the fucking grill for about 4 hours. That shit
oh,
just comes apart, man. There's no grease. There's no fucking fat.
I
Fat's
just put it
burnt
in my
off.
smoker. I got a nice
it's got a
smoker.
bone. It's got a bone like this in it, you know. Uh,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a Y, you know, and then it's got the steak around it, man. It's just fucking a thin cut.
Yeah.
Right
That
on the
sounds
grill.
Oh,
glorious.
Yeah,
it's like bacon. It's like bacon almost, man. It's so.
you don't have Maul's barbecue sauce either.
No,
Yeah.
Mm.
no, we have. I don't even know. I just buy the fucking the store brand.
A lot of good foods in New York, though. There's
Yeah.
you know, you got the Philly steak up there. I'm sure you got that going on. You
Yeah,
got
that would be from Philadelphia though.
yeah, but
Yeah.
still you got it up there.
Yeah,
Well,
here in Buffalo, the biggest thing is the chicken wing.
yeah, hot wings.
Yeah,
Uh, here in California, it's sushi.
yeah.
It's sushi. Oh, what a bunch of queers.
That's kind of big here with the hipster crowd.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, they
stop.
do the sushi here. You got to be careful in St. Louis when you get sushi in St. Louis. You got to make sure it's fresh because
Dude, yeah,
it's
not in
just like
California
you know,
here.
if I go to New England, and I order a lobster,
Right.
That's
I
what,
order a lobster.
yeah.
It's a
And
10-pound lobster. Okay, if I get a lobster here in St. Louis, it's 3 pounds if it's 4. You
Right.
know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the difference is huge.
It
The
is.
difference is you don't get any real meat out of it. It's
Yeah,
tough.
when you go from one coast to the other coast, they got different kinds of foods that are the best. You don't go to a fucking salad bar to get a spaghetti, you know.
Right.
You know, and you
Right.
don't go to the pizza store to get sushi. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, when you go to a steakhouse and get fish, you know, yeah,
Right.
you,
Yeah.
you,
You don't.
you know,
Well, you get surf and turf. You can get surf and turf, but it's never any good.
Right.
right.
I've never had I never had surf and turf where it was really good. I mean, it just never did anything for me. We went to a crab place here, and I'm not going to mention the name because the service sucked, and I wanted some crab, and I really wanted a full-on crab.
Right.
Just lay it out there for me, boil that motherfucker, give me some butter with some garlic, and the fucking just so I can break it. Yeah,
How
motherfucker. That like, the first words out of my mouth was, "What do you think I'm on a fucking diet?"
Uh,
I want a crab. You give me a fucking crab. I want the one that's down on the bottom. Dig his ass out, that big motherfucker you've been saving for your brother. You piece of shit. Give me that big motherfucker down there.
don't give me that one out of your pants.
Yeah, don't give me the one that you fucking got that was laying off to the side that the other guy rejected because it was too fucking small. Don't
Then they
put
went-
that fucking thing off on me.
Then they
Oh,
went back
okay.
there and spit in your food.
Yeah. Well, no, I sent it back. I said that's too small. I want bigger. I want a bigger crab. They came back out with one that was about twice the size.
Right.
So it was a lot better, and I fucking broke that fucker open with the hammer, and fucking Connie had already finished her dinner by the time I got it back.
That's because they weren't done playing floor hockey with it.
Yeah. Well, I was told they make a really good lobster roll.
Yeah.
But I didn't order the lobster roll. I wanted the crab.
Ooh, the crab rolls
I
good too.
usually get lobster and shrimp. That's my
I
and crab.
Yeah, I can't do crab too much, like as far as busting them open. But man, you give me a fucking bucket of fucking lumped up crab that's already been shelled and shit. I'll smother that in butter
That's
and take.
not. There's no fun in that. Cracking that
No,
shit open is half the fun.
no, just give me a fucking fork or even some fucking one of those fucking tong things, man. What are they,
Just give
chopsticks?
them just put a fucking bib over them and give them a trowel.
Give them a
Yeah,
trowel.
Trowel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let them fucking feed themselves.
For it and shit. You know what I get out of that? I get a fucking pile of fucking shells and a little, you know, just let somebody else fucking take that shit off and give me the meat. You know, I
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
you know,
No, that's not how you do it. You gotta do
yes,
it the right way.
no, you can put them in
Uh,
crab too. You can make it, and you can make a crab omelet. You don't have to do all that fucking work of cracking the fucking thing in the morning. You can have leftover crab and just
Cracking it open.
eggs, you know. Whoa.
put it in
Whoa.
with scrambled eggs. That's always good. Crab meat and scrambled eggs. Oh yeah, very fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Put some hot sauce on it. Oh
Yeah.
my God,
What
yeah,
kind of
fuck
hot
yeah.
sauce do you use?
Use
That's a,
red hot.
you
Yeah.
know, that's a Virginia thing. So
Yeah, red hot is good. It's got a vinegary taste. Well, listen, man, we're about out of time here. I wanted to close it out and let y'all know that again, we're off next Sunday rather, because it's the 4th of July. But the following Sunday, we're going to have on our show Jordan Matson. Now, Jordan Matson is a roadie. And he's going to talk about all the different bands he's worked for and what it takes to put together a show, which is really important. And it's a big part of our show business world. And we're going to talk to him about that. That should be an interesting conversation.
Sure.
Ask him if he got any blowjob see if he got any blowjobs for a fucking backstage pass and shit like that. So that'll be great questioning. We can run about that line. So that'll be awesome. That'll be fun to watch and fun to listen to. And I'm sure Guido will come up with some more inventive backgrounds for us.
I
And
will.
yeah, he'll come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've beaten this one to death for sure. Yeah, I
All
like
right.
that one. That looks cool. That looks like we're in Spaceship Orion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, when you play this back on your YouTube, you're going to love it. Please share it with all your friends. Please subscribe to our KGF Rocks on YouTube, okay? And it's real easy. Just put in KGF Rocks and you can find our station. And yeah, he's below the table. He's under the table. What are you doing under the table? Take your hands off me, sir. We're really close to closing it out, but yeah, that'll be fun to have, and we'll let you know who's coming later in July.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, this is it. Anybody got anything else? No.
Not a thing.
I'm done.
This is Free Ride saying goodnight for Guido
Are we
and
on?
No.
Showcase, and we're gonna say adios for now. Bye, everybody. Say bye. Say bye.
Say bye.
Say bye. Say bye.
See you.
Adios, muchachos.
All right. Yeah.